In Latin, the phrase is pax et bonum. In Italian, it's pace bene. In Spanish, it's paz y bien. And in English, it is peace and all good. This is the greeting that St. Francis of Assisi used, as well as his followers, when entering a home or a village. And to this day, if you go to the homes in Assisi in Italy, even the hotels and stores, you will see this warm greeting inscribed near the doorway. And if you enter our parish rectory here at St. Joe's, we have it written in Italian on a tile right near the entry to our kitchen. This traditional Franciscan greeting has as its origin the parting gift that Jesus leaves his followers in today's gospel. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give it to you. But what does this mean? Isn't peace just peace? As I mentioned at the beginning of this Mass, we are recording this on Tuesday, May 17th, a few days after the horrific mass murder that took place right here in Buffalo from what appears to be a young man who has given himself over to hatred by his terrorizing actions of killing 10 innocent people, our neighbors, apparently all because of the color of their skin. If you ever questioned if Satan exists, what happened at the Jefferson Avenue tops is pure evil from someone who chose to embrace the evil of Satan instead of the love of Jesus Christ. This young man chose evil. He wanted to kill and hurt people because he chose to hate what was different or other from himself. He did not allow himself to see a black woman or a black man as his sister or brother, created by our loving God. Why? Why would anyone choose evil over good? Why would anyone choose to seek violence and death instead of peace and love? I don't know. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give it to you. To be honest, sometimes I don't choose good. I sin when I put my own wants and desires before what would benefit my sisters and brothers. A choice for self-centeredness can go against the common good that Jesus Christ calls you and me to. Perhaps not as dramatic as Saturday's choice for evil, but nonetheless, a choice for evil rooted in my heart. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give it to you. For this gift of peace that Jesus promises to give you and me is his own peace. Christ's peace is not a reference to our secular definition of peace that is often understood as passive acquiescence or the absence of conflict and hostility. We know Christ's peace cannot mean that because the one who promises it, Jesus, is the one who faced humiliation and crucifixions at the hand of those who also chose evil. No, the peace that Jesus bestows is a peace he won by overcoming sin and death in his resurrection. And while this peace does embrace human harmony, it really encompasses salvation in the deepest sense. The resurrection of Jesus Christ radically transforms the way we live together, and the way we live with God. It transforms the way we live together. And what the early apostles knew was that the resurrection of Jesus Christ was real. They experienced it, and they were transformed by the experience. But more importantly, they understood the implications of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. It meant that sin and death have no hold over love and eternal life. Love triumphs over evil for all eternity. You and I need to remember and embrace the reality of love's triumph over evil, especially now. Because this understanding by the early followers of Jesus changed the way that they lived. They were transformed for the better, and other people noticed. Gone from them was the crippling anxiety, selfishness, and fear that had plagued them before they understood the real love of God for each of them manifested in the risen Christ. They weren't afraid anymore to love boldly and out loud. They weren't afraid of dying to themselves so that others might have life. This is the peace of Christ. The question for you and me is, how will we be transformed by this tragedy? How will I be transformed? How have I been changed at the core of my being? Not just intellectually, but at the core of who I am, my very soul. What will I do to change my biases around race or gender and violence? Who are the prophets I will listen to? Am I called to be one of those voices? What choices for good, for evil, will I make moving forward? Only when I have wrestled with those questions and uncovered the answers within me, only when I, like the post-resurrection apostles, have been transformed, only then will I truly know and believe and live Jesus' words. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give it to you. May the Lord bless you with peace and all good. Pax et bonum.